Hello, fellow YouTubians. I am the Liberator. You may be asking, I've never seen this guy before. What does he liberate us from? Well, let me answer this question. My job is to liberate you from one object. Pepsi. Pepsi, if you did not know, is made in China. Not the drink, but the bottle. You may be wondering, wow, this guy must know a lot, but where is Coca-Cola made? But you didn't know that. Well, I do know. Coca-Cola bottles, except the glass ones. Some glass are made in America, such as the collectible one, but modern glass, which you can pick up at your local store in some locations, is in fact made in Mexico. You may be thinking, oh, I hate Mexicans. Well, Mexicans are not as bad as communists, and let me get to that point. Pepsi bottles are made in China. You guessed it. China is a communist country. And you may be wondering, well, what is communism? I don't know what that is. I bet this guy can tell me. Well, I'm going to tell you. Communism basically is evil. Every villain is limits. Basically, communism is taking away your free will and giving you no choice. But Coca-Cola gives you tons of free choice of what drink you would like to drink. It has over 500 different soft drinks and over 3,500 different variants of each soft drink. Also, Coca-Cola doesn't just have soft drinks in our country. It provides soft drinks to every country, so every country can experience the American dream. Well, they're a little part of it, even though they may live in slums that are not our great and wonderful country. So, you being like, oh, I hate this guy, he's a Coke supporter, and I love Pepsi. Well, I'm not asking you to change your taste buds. I'm just asking you to realize how evil it is. If you want to continue being a communist supporter, then go ahead. I don't care. But if you want to be an American, you should drink Coca-Cola, which is an American beverage. You may wonder, well, where is Coca-Cola bottles made? Well, they are made in Atlanta, Georgia, which, if you did not know, is a state in the United States, one of the 50 of all states in the United States. Also, Coca-Cola provides you with a very inspiring image. Recently, I have not drank very much Coca-Cola, but I have drank some. I drank both Pepsi and Coke, and this is how I form my opinion. I'm not one of those people who will just decide without drinking it. And I formulated that Coca-Cola is better in my opinion. Then I did some research. Coca-Cola is more American. It was made first in 1886 by John Pemberton, who later sold the company due to the fact he wasn't making much money. Coca-Cola, there are many myths about it. It was not originally green. It did have cocaine until 1905 when it became a public health concern, and then it was taken out. Back then it was not illegal, so therefore this was not a legal drink. You're like, oh, it had cocaine and I can use that against Coke. Well, so did Dr. Pepper. Also at that time did, and that's why Pepsi didn't, for it was not formulated until late 1900s. Also, the only time Pepsi has ever competed with Coke was in the 1980s when it formed its New Generation campaign, and since then it's been slightly up there with Coke, but the top soft drink in the United States and the world is still Coca-Cola. Number 2 is Diet Coke, and number 3 is Pepsi. Diet Coke just recently passed Pepsi in the polls. Also, Coke, as you are aware, is a name for Coke and for Coca-Cola, and they have trademarked this. Now, Coca-Cola mission is basically to educate, train, and inspire. Our school, which was recently bought out by Pepsi, is not as inspired as it used to be. Hence the reason I'm posting this video. If your school has a similar situation, don't be afraid to protest. So, I'm now educating you for which drink you should choose. One of the myths about Coke, which isn't truly a myth, is that it will destroy a T-bone steak if you leave it in Coke for 2 days. That is very untrue, considering the fact that people are like, well, Coke is bad for your teeth. I saw this YouTube video where I soaked an egg in Coca-Cola for a year, and then it was all bouncy and rubbery, not an egg anymore. Well, that can happen, but unless you soak your teeth in Coca-Cola for a year and don't brush your teeth, which would be bad dental hygiene, then this will not happen to you and it will be fine. Also, you can love Coca-Cola, and its products. For many people just think, oh, Coke versus Pepsi, but it's actually a war between products. Many people prefer Mountain Dew, which is a Pepsi product, but Coca-Cola has a similar version known as Mellow Yellow, which I have tasted both, and I cannot personally tell the difference. And I do prefer Mellow Yellow just because it is cheaper and the packaging is more environmentally friendly. Also, if you are one of those going green people, Coca-Cola has switched to a new Go Green plastic bottle and has so for much longer than Pepsi, and Pepsi's bottles still are not as good as Coca-Cola's. Coca-Cola has also launched a Go Green kit. Also, if you happen to be in one of the participating areas that has a Burger King with a Coke My Choice machine, you have over 3,500 different drink choices. So, have it your way with Coca-Cola. And don't be a communist, be an American. Drink Coca-Cola. Look for my next YouTube video. CCC Coca-Cola Club. Join today.